The following is a presentation of Girard Sports Live. It's time for Girard High School Athletics on Girard Sports Live. Girard Sports Live is presented by Crocan, your community technology partner. Learn more at ckt.net. Also by Ag Choice of Epler, American Family Insurance, Jenny Collins Agency, Bradshaw Collision Repair, Call Service, Community National Bank and Trust, Derailed Commodity, Diskins Auto and Towing, DS Construction, Evans Motors, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Farmers Bank, Girard Medical Center, Hydrix Appliance, The Jagged Edge, GN Bank, Larrett Ceramics, Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance, Lehman Realty, Mathis Drug, McClellan Sanitation, Norris Advertising, Producers Cooperative Association, and Roto-Rooter.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's time for Girard Sports Live.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome out to Prairie View High School, Lacinish, Kansas, for tonight's Kansas Class 3A Sub-State Championship game between the Girard Trojans and the Burlington Wildcats. I'm Josh Lettner, alongside me, Jess Murphy. And Jess, I know you weren't here for it, but that Burlington Frontenac semifinal game was quite the barn burner. The Trojans semifinal game, kind of a snoozer against Humboldt, as the Trojans able to pull away big in that one early on and never really was in question at any point in that game. And so it doesn't really give you a great idea of what to expect out of tonight's matchup between these two teams. Burlington, another one of those squads this year that they've got some quality wins. They've got some losses that are kind of head scratchers. So it'll just be kind of interesting to see. Trojans the same way.
Yep.
It'll be interesting to see how these teams come out here and play tonight. Before we get all that started, though, we want to let you know that Girard Sports Live is brought to you by Crocan, your community technology partner. Don't get bit by slow speeds and high prices. Get gigabit, the fastest internet in Southeast Kansas, with Crocan. To learn more, go to ruralfiber.org or see everything Crocan has to offer at ckt.net. We're about 20 minutes away from tip-off. We'll step away for our first break. We'll come back, fire up the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show as we get closer to tip-off of this Sub-State Boys Championship game here from Prairie View High School. Trojans and the Wildcats coming up here in about 20 minutes. You're watching Girard Sports Live.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon and pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. While you're there, be sure to ask about Secure Lock, mobile banking, Guardian Secure Checking, and People Pay. Learn more at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools.
Member FDIC.
Go Trojans!
Hey, Mama. Now more than ever, Crocan is dedicated to helping keep families connected, workers to collaborate, students to learn, and businesses to continue to serve their customers, and even for doctors to treat their patients. Crocan's reliable high-speed fiber-to-the-home network means no buffering movies or grainy video conferences, no matter how many people are using it. Call or go online to sign up for the fastest and best internet in Southeast Kansas. Crocan. If you need to stay connected, you need Crocan.
Chronister's is Girard's hardware store. Stop by Chronister's Hardware and see why so many people are saying, I didn't know they had that. Of course, Chronister's has the hardware, tools, and supplies you need, whether in the shop, on the farm, or around the house. But did you know Chronister's Hardware is also your place for Pit Boss and Traeger grills? Plus, they have the supplies you need to whip up a tasty meal for the whole family. From pans to pellets, you'll find it all at Chronister's. And if they don't have it, they can get it. Shop local first. Chronister's Hardware, Girard's hardware store.
You've enjoyed life. Over the years, your community has become your passion, something you hope future generations get to experience, just as you have. That's why the Girard Area Community Foundation has worked hard to help fulfill charitable goals and inspire generosity, meeting the needs of the communities they serve. Creating a legacy fund with GACF ensures what you leave behind is an effective and lasting improvement in the community you love so dearly. Make plans to visit GirardAreaFoundation.com, preserving traditions for those who follow.
McClellan Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClellan Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClellan Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClellan and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClellan Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClellan Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season.
Whisper a phrase into a person's ear, then pass it on to a group of people. Notice how the message changes by the time that the last person hears it? In business, consider word of mouth in the same light. What people say may turn into something different than you would like it to be. It can't be controlled. That's why Norris Advertising provides proven ad solutions through radio, billboards, and digital sign sales, allowing your message to be controlled by the person that knows your business best. You, Norris Advertising, a proud sponsor of Trojan Athletics.
Welcome back out here to Prairie View High School, Lacine, Kansas. Getting set for the championship game. It's weird. The boys' game is the first one tonight, and then the girls' game is the nightcap. So Trojans playing Burlington here for the boys' title in the sub-state, and then later on tonight, Frontenac will play Eureka for the girls' title. And should definitely try and catch that one later on. I'm sure it's going to be a good game. You got Frontenac, I think, odds on just the better team, maybe top to bottom, but Burlington's got a lot of Eureka's got a lot of individual talent on that roster, so it'll be interesting to see how that one plays out.
Yeah, I haven't seen Eureka play other than just about a half last night, but, man, they was impressive last night, and, of course, Frontenac will run with them all they want, so that'll be an exciting ball game.
Yep, but first we got to get through this one, and we do want to let you know our pregame show is brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust, serving the area for over 30 years. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. Community National Bank and Trust, a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. And the game we're here for, Jess, Trojans and the Wildcats. Burlington coming into the game 14-7 overall out of the Pioneer League. They're ranked number 30 in Kansas Class 3A by Max Preps. They came in the number 4 seed in this tournament. Thursday night, they defeated Frontenac 61-58, and they took out Anderson County 54-51 in Burlington in the first round to get here to this sub-state championship game. The Trojans come in 15-5. They're ranked number 19 in Class 3A. They're the number 2 seed. They defeated Humboldt Thursday night 60-28 in a game that the Trojans jumped out huge. They were up 30 at half. It was never in question past the 5-minute mark of the first quarter. And then they defeated Osawatomie 65-33 in the first round. So the Trojans really yet to be challenged here in this sub-state tournament, but I think that's all going to change here tonight, and that's what you'd expect out of the championship game.
Yeah, that's just kind of how the brackets are drawn up, and that's why regular season can be so important to get that better seed. That way you get to this is going to be a bad word, but you get a better draw, and you can play maybe a little lighter team early.
But when you look at the bracket this year, it kind of worked out the opposite. Frontenac, the number 1 seed, ended up playing Burlington, which I think was the much tougher team between Burlington and Humboldt. That 4-seeded team, even though the record not as good, they played a lot tougher opponents, and they were clearly a better team than Humboldt was. So the Trojans kind of lucked out by getting the 2 seed as opposed to the 1 seed, and they were able to get into this championship game, I think, a lot easier by drawing Humboldt instead of Burlington in the semifinals.
Yeah, I can't argue that fact.
Well, they don't call him the best color man in the business for nothing. All right, we're going to step away for another break. When we come back, we'll talk starting lineups. We do want to let you know that look inside the game is brought to you by Diskins Auto and Towing, 120 East Forest Avenue in downtown Girard. Diskins offers 24-hour towing. You can repair all makes and models. To learn more, contact Diskins Auto and Towing at 620-724-8100. We'll take a quick break, come back with more of the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judge Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you, so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, and Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
A partner in your fields and in your success. That's what you get with Murphy Seed. Channel seedsman Matt Murphy knows your fields and can recommend the elite seed products designed to perform in your area, maximizing the profitability of every acre. With Murphy Seed, you'll get year-round, hands-on, customized service. To learn more, call Murphy Seed at 620-249-6419. Your partner at every stage. Matt Murphy and Murphy Seed.
Mathis Drug Store Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drug Store, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
Westridge is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Westridge is a retirement community with a philosophy of providing seniors with an alternative lifestyle. This lifestyle enhances the retirement years by offering a worry-free, stress-free environment. Their professional staff is there to assist if needed, while active seniors are encouraged to enjoy their daily lives. Westridge is now hiring. To learn more about their open positions, call 620-724-6760. That's 620-724-6760. Go Trojans from Westridge Assisted Living.
The difference between gambling and having a gambling problem is worth knowing. Learn about the warning signs that you or someone you care about could be at risk. If you struggle with a gambling problem, or if you are impacted by a loved one struggling with a gambling problem, please get help. You can get confidential, no out-of-pocket cost assistance by calling the Kansas Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-522-4700 or at ksgamblinghelp.com. Know your limits. This message is brought to you by the Southeast Kansas Problem Gambling Task Force.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
Hey, Mama. Now more than ever, Croccan is dedicated to helping keep families connected, workers to collaborate, students to learn, and businesses to continue to serve their customers, and even for doctors to treat their patients. Croccan's reliable high-speed fiber-to-the-home network means no buffering movies or grainy video conferences, no matter how many people are using it. Call or go online to sign up for the fastest and best internet in Southeast Kansas. Croccan. If you need to stay connected, you need Croccan.
Welcome back out here to Prairie View High School. Moving closer to tip-off of tonight's Kansas Class 3A Boys Sub-State Championship game between the Girard Trojans and the Burlington Wildcats. I'm Josh Lettner. Alongside me Jess Murphy. And we were just peeking off the air at that Fredonia bracket. And you got 2 CNC teams playing for that sub-state championship there in Fredonia, Galena and Columbus tonight. And then, of course, Girard in action here. So there's an opportunity for, and on the girls' side, they've got Cherryvale and Neodesha playing for the title there. And, man, I tell you what, Coach Herlocker wishes he was in that sub-state, man. Woo! I think we've got wins against the top teams in that sub-state, 2 of them against Galena. And this was just a much tougher draw on the girls' side for Girard, and pretty tough draw on the boys' side. The odds-on favorite for this game, everybody expected it to be Girard Frontenac, but Burlington, man, they really played a heck of a game Thursday night against the Raiders and came out of that one on top and pressed Frontenac the entire game, really took them out of their game, Jess, and it'll be interesting to see if they bring that same philosophy here against the Trojans. From what I've heard from other fans of schools in this league is that Burlington presses everybody. They've been doing it since youth basketball. They coach it all the way up, so I wouldn't expect them to not bring a lot of pressure throughout the game tonight.
Yeah, and the best way to counteract that is not let the ball stick. Let your guards, Trojans got, in my opinion, a couple of the best guards in the league with Bramborn and Quinn Oran, and those boys are just going to have to take care of the basketball and get the ball down the court and then either penetrate and finish or penetrate and drive and have those outside shooters that we talked about a little bit off the air. It's going to take a total team effort. And, this fairly senior heavy, I guess not really, about split. They start with 3 seniors, 2 juniors. These boys have worked. I've kind of watched these boys play since they was little bitty, and they've worked their whole life to get to this point. So let's finish this game and then take the next step.
Burlington, on the other hand, starts 4 seniors and a junior, so it's a very senior-laden starting lineup for Burlington and lots of experience. And also, the more seniors I think you have in that starting lineup, the more they realize this could be their last game, and they don't want it to be. That could be a positive or a negative, depending upon the mindset of those players. I've seen it go both ways.
And how the game's going down the stretch. Emotions do matter. They really do.
All right, well, let's take a look at the starting lineups for tonight's game. First off, for the Burlington Wildcats, they'll start number 3, 6'1" senior Ty Anderson, number 11, 6' junior Hayden Sides, number 14, a 6'2" senior Max Kuhlman, number 15, a 6'1" senior Sam Smith, and number 30, a 5'11" senior Jamie Wagner. For the Girard Trojans, same starting lineup that Coach Westcott has gone with for most of the year. 5'9" senior Quinn Oran, 6' senior Bram Bourne, 6' senior Brecken Troike, 6'4" junior Luke Nigaman, and 6' junior Alex Kester. And you know that Coach Westcott likes to run a lot of subs in and out of the game. We'll see about 10 players tonight probably for the Trojans. As long as this thing stays close, that's probably about all Coach Westcott will run in and out of the game. If it gets out of hand one way or the other, we'll see a lot more than that. But hopefully, we got a good game on our hands here tonight between the Trojans and the Wildcats. We're going to step away for our third break of the pregame show. We'll be back with the national anthem and opening tip from here at Prairie View High School. You're getting ready to watch the sub-state championship matchup here in Class 3A between the Trojans and the Wildcats on Girard Sports Live.
Your victories are awarding moments at Wilbert's Signature Awards and Engraving. New owners Greg and Missy Scott are excited to build on the 30-plus year tradition of Wilbert's. Known across the area as the premier shop for sports awards, medals, custom engraving, plaques, trophies, gift items, corporate awards, and so much more. And with cutting-edge equipment being added, Wilbert's is poised for another successful 30 years. When hard work needs recognized, trust Wilbert's Signature Awards and Engraving. Find them on Facebook and at wilbertawards.com.
Peony Dental is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Chris Peony DDS offers exceptional dentistry for all ages in a friendly atmosphere. In fact, Chris Peony has been caring for smiles since 1993. No wonder so many Trojan fans look so good. Peony Dental offers preventative care, Invisalign, whitening, bridges, crowns, and more. Stop by today and ask about the all-new CEREC dental system, offering same-day crowns, start to finish, right there in the office. To learn more, visit them at 106 South Ozark in Girard or go online to peonydental.com. Find us fast in names and numbers.
Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. Roto-Rooter is now owned by GHS alum Braden Peak and GMS teacher Heather Peak, and they are proud to support the Trojans. Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630. See their ad in names and numbers. Do you have a construction project that just needs that custom touch? Are you looking for a contractor who can get it all done? Roof to floors and everywhere in between? Then call Dustin Sneed at DS Construction. With more than 20 years of industry experience, DS Construction specializes in new construction, roofing, renovations, and more. There's no job too big or small. For a free estimate, call DS Construction at 620-724-0209. That's 620-724-0209.
Whether you're suffering from the latest bug going around or have a chronic illness that needs regular monitoring by a physician, Girard Medical Center clinics offer quality care for your family close to home. 5 clinics are available throughout Crawford, Cherokee, and Bourbon counties, including Girard, Arma, Frontenac, Cherokee, and Uniontown. Our express care is also available Saturdays, Sundays, and most holidays for the unexpected illnesses that arise. Girard Medical Center clinics and express care, caring for our communities one patient at a time.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon and pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. While you're there, be sure to ask about Secure Lock, mobile banking, Guardian Secure Checking, and People Pay. Learn more at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools.
Member FDIC.
Go Trojans!
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Welcome back to Prairie View High School. Less than 2 minutes remaining here before we begin the player introductions and national anthem and whatnot. I forgot to mention earlier that our starting lineups we gave you, brought to you by the Jagged Edge. Trojans will start this game in style, but nowhere near the level of style you'll find at the Jagged Edge. Stylist Carla Sands, Robin Hawkins, or Eva Vietti will have you looking your best for your next big game. Make an appointment soon by calling 620-724-7500. Well, Jess, not a big crowd for Girard the first 2 games up here at Prairie View, but Trojans traveled well today.
Yeah, gym's getting full, and there's a lot of crimson and gold in it.
Well, when you have the 5:30 tip-off, sometimes on a Thursday, it makes it a little hard to get your crowd up here for a game, but Trojans certainly made it up here for this 5:30 tip-off on a Saturday, that's for sure.
Yes, they traveled well, and of course, normally speaking, Girard does travel well. They like to support their school athletics.
I'm interested to see what our national anthem performance is going to be tonight. We had saxophone, trumpets. What was it last night?
Last night was the trumpets, wasn't it?
Was it the trumpets last night? I don't know.
Well, today's Saturday. We come Thursday, Friday, yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's right. feel like I'm missing one in there, but I'm not. We'll step away for a quick break for the national anthem. We'll be back with the opening tip from here at Prairie View High School. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
For years, James Brumback and Brumback Service Center have been keeping area residents on the road with high quality and fast service. Let's face it, none of us have time for a breakdown, so be sure to stop by Brumback's for preventative maintenance, oil changes, and tire repairs. Brumback's is also your place for new tires with a variety of quality brands to choose from. Brumback Service Center, 312 East St. John in Girard. Call 620-724-6770. Good luck, Trojans, from Brumback Service Center.
The farmer's friend in the field is Crop Care. With their industry-leading crop scouting, Crop Care can catch diseases, bugs, and other yield-robbing issues before they affect your bottom line. Crop Care also offers grid soil sampling and plant sampling with lab-tested results, giving you an unmatched advantage. With coverage across the entire region, Crop Care has insight that can help you avoid problems before they start. Give Kurt or Josh Harris a call at 620-687-4795. Crop Care, the name says it all.
Here at Farmers Insurance, we want all of our students, faculty, and staff to know that we're cheering you on. This year, we would like to spotlight a student or staff member of Girard Schools as part of our weekly Girard Sports Live broadcast. If you would like to nominate any student or staff member as part of our weekly spotlight, contact our office.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Do you have a construction project that just needs that custom touch? Are you looking for a contractor who can get it all done? Roof to floors and everywhere in between? Then call Dustin Sneed at DS Construction. With more than 20 years of industry experience, DS Construction specializes in new construction, roofing, renovations, and more. There's no job too big or small. For a free estimate, call DS Construction at 620-724-0209. That's 620-724-0209.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judge Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you, so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, and Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
Girard National Bank is now GN Bank. Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Welcome back out to Prairie View High School. Player introductions taking place. Just had a stirring rendition of the national anthem performed by the Prairie View AD's cell phone.
Yeah, we kind of led up big.
They're definitely not all about the bass, that's for sure. Lots of treble. You sounded like a band of crickets playing the national anthem in a beer can. And that kind of musical analysis is what you get here on Girard Sports Live. A little extra perk. We got to get that sponsored. Do we get a sponsor for our national anthem critique every night? Well, Trojans getting set to tip this off. Any advertisers out there interested in that, just contact BJ Harris, Harris Media Services LLC, and he'll hook you up. We'll sponsor the national anthem critique next year for football, basketball, you name it. Luke Nigaman set to tip it off for the Trojans. Tonight's opening tip brought to you by Loritz Ceramics, 503 West Maple in Girard. Stop by Loritz Ceramics for great gift ideas and supplies. Get creative when it comes to gift buying. Get your friends and family a beautiful ceramic piece or maybe even classes from Loritz Ceramics. Call 620-724-8442. Ty Anderson to tip it off against Luke Nigeman. Luke with the height advantage. And the tip going to be tracked down by Brecken Troike, and the Trojans will have first crack at it. Bourne gets it over to Orand on the wing, swinging around the perimeter. Bourne being guarded by Anderson. Down to Bram Bourne on the blocks. Goes to work, kicks it out to Orand. Thought about a three, and he pulls it down. They'll swing it again. Bourne thought about a three from straight away. Now Kester over on the wing to Bourne. He'll fake the three, goes into Anderson, and he's going to draw the foul as Anderson out of position. Bourne got him to bite on the fake. First on Anderson. Rand with it on the inbound. They'll get it to Bourne under the bucket, working against Anderson off the glass, and good. Trojans with an early lead. Burlington back quickly the other way. Anderson around to Sam Smith into the lane. Now has to kick it out. Anderson open for three. He'll pull the trigger off the mark. No good. Rebound's going to come down to Burlington. They'll kick it back out to Anderson. Nigeman had it, just went through his hands and mishandled it. Rebounding going to be key tonight for the Trojans. Good defense that time by Kester, cutting off Sam Smith. Now this is Max Kuhlman. Loses the ball. Trojans get it. Here comes Bourne back the other way. Down the lane. Hesitation move off the glass and good. 4 early points for Bram Bourne. Trojans lead at 4-0. Anderson slows things down for Burlington. Gets it over to Kuhlman. Working against Nigeman. Back to Anderson. Now into the lane, needing help is Hayden Sides. And he got a traveling violation that time against Jamie Wagner. So a couple early turnovers against Burlington.
And here comes that press she's talking about, Josh.
Yep, didn't take long. And it's really how they changed the tempo of a game. And they must have decided, Justin Logan, their coach, must have decided this is time to change the tempo. Nice dish to Nigeman, can't get it to go. Rebound comes down to Anderson. Now coming back the other way. Off the glass and good is Sam Smith. Got the Euro step. Bourne's going to be whistled for an offensive foul, shoving off against Anderson. Just can't extend that arm. You get that every time. So the Trojans turn it over. They're first of the game. And Anderson County with a chance to tie it or score the lead or take the lead right here. Kuhlman cutting through. Anderson picks off the pass intended for for Hayden Sides. Now Sides on the wing, working against Orand into the lane, kicks it out to Anderson, open, no good. Rebound comes down to Brecken Troike, and the Trojans control it. Down to Kester, off the glass, can't get it to go. How many times have they missed point blank this season, Jess? They just get it down low and get in a hurry, and there's a foul against Kester, guarding Sam Smith. Trojans just need to gather themselves under the bucket. A bit nervous under there, and they're not facing a particularly tall team. You're going to get your shot off over them.
They just kind of hurried their shots there.
Kuhlman inbounding. Gets it into Smith, and he's tied up. It'll stay with Burlington as Orand got in there and tied up Smith. Get it over the top to Anderson. Now Kuhlman, pass mishandled. Bourne's going to come away with it. Off the glass and good. 6 early points for Bram Bourne. Trojans back up by 4. Kuhlman with it, being guarded by Kester. Spinning to his right. Off the glass, won't go. Rebound comes down to Smith. The crowd wanted to walk. Now Coleman with it. This is Sage Pfeiffer. Just checked into the ball game. Pfeiffer now being guarded by Bourne. Kicks it out to Kuhlman. Kester on him. Has to get rid of it. Gives it up the sides. Long possession here for Burlington. Trojans doing a good job defensively, cutting them off. Cutting off the dribble penetration. Here's a shot on the way, short, off the mark. Out of bounds, it'll be Trojan basketball. Sage Pfeiffer, just not enough on it.
And that's something we might not talk about, is this Trojan defensive intensity has been very good all season.
And they really haven't, they haven't brought any full court pressure. It's just all in the half court. They've played some great half court defense. McDowell with it now, looking for help, gives it up to Bourne. Gets it across the timeline. Into the lane, shake and bake, off the glass and good. 8 points for Bram Bourne. Trojans lead it by 6. Into the lane goes Kuhlman. Scoop shot, good, and the foul. Who are they going to get this one on? I think maybe Gage Davenport. We'll see. Yep. That's his first. Sends Sam Smith to the line to shoot a pair. First one is good. I'm sorry, it's 3-point play. Just that one. Bourne able to keep it from getting stolen. Gets up. 10-footer is good. 10 points for Bourne. And he has all of the points for the Trojans. Smith going to pull up the three and hits. 6 points for Sam Smith. He has all but 2 of the points for Burlington. 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here. And this is pretty much how that Burlington Frontenac game started. Up and down, up and down. And Burlington, just one of those teams that's comfortable to play at this pace.
Yeah, it's going to probably be back and forth all night, Josh. It's 2 really good teams battling for a sub-state championship, and and that's kind of how it's supposed to work.
Yep, and both of these coaches know or believe that their teams can run with anybody, so they're not liable to hit the brakes or let their foot off the gas. It's going to be an exciting one. See, my voice holds out. It's been a long week, man.
Well, so far we've broken this press relatively easily.
Aiden Damon to inbound it for the Trojans. They'll get it into McDowell in the corner, ahead to Bram Bourne. Into the lane, kicks out, open for 3 is O'Rand, short with it.
That's a travel.
Back the other way. There's a traveling violation as I'm digging around to come up with the name there. That is Trenton Davidson who had it. Committed the traveling violation. Trojans will inbound from in front of their own bench. Damon to throw it in. Gets it over the top to Bourne, and Burlington will back off, back off. 2-point game here. About 3 minutes to play first quarter. Trojans have led by as many as 4. Burlington able to fight their way back into it, though. They're trying to bring the half-court trap now. Down low to McDowell, open. First bucket by somebody not named Bram Bourne. Trojans lead it by 4. Mishandled pass, goes into the corner. Now they'll swing it back around. This is Wagner with it. His pass out of bounds, intended for Smith. Another turnover, and Burlington not quite as sharp as they were to begin the ball game Thursday night against Frontenac. It's good news for the Trojans because they started hot. Bourne with it on the wing to Kester. Thought about a 3. Now into the corner to Damon. He's covered. Back out to Bourne. He got two guys to bite on that ball fake. He shot fake earlier. Kicked ball. Stay with the Trojans. They'll throw it in on the baseline. It's Luke Nigaman and Brecken Troike check in, replacing Hayden Damon and Gage Davenport. Anderson back in the game for Burlington, replacing Sam Smith. Bourne trying to get it in here. He does over the top to Brecken Troike. Burlington crowd wanted to backcourt. Official says no. Troike gives it up to McDowell. Now back to Bourne at the top of the key. And Bourne down the lane, can't get it to go. Gets his own rebound. Putback won't go, and the rebound's going to come down to Anderson. And they're going to whistle a foul. Didn't see it, but
Nigaman, I believe.
Doesn't believe it didn't happen. So Luke Nigaman picks up his first. Trojans 4 team fouls. Burlington just 1. Shot affected by McDowell. Anderson swings it around to Wagner. Now Davidson into the lane, and he's going to get a charge. Second team foul on Burlington. Who drew that one, Jess?
Luke Nigaman.
Job by Luke to stand his ground. I wasn't sure if it was him or McDowell. A lot of bodies down there. Troike to get it in, gets it into Nigaman in the corner. Now looking for help. He needs to get across the timeline here. Hesitation, does get across. Now gets it to Troike coming down the lane. Off the glass, won't go. McDowell tips it up. Should have just come down with the rebound there. Now Burlington with it on the offensive end. Pass deflected. And Alex Kester comes up with it for the Trojans. Held ball. And it's going to favor Girard. Checking for precipitation out there on the floor. Perspiration.
I think Burlington's going to drop back out of this press.
Yeah. That looked pretty tough in that half court last time. They just really haven't had an on-the-ball defender who can account for Bram Bourne. Troike's shot from the free throw line won't go. Rebound tipped around and out of bounds. Last touch by Luke Nigaman. It'll go over to Burlington. Under 30 seconds to play here, first quarter. Anderson with it. Gives it up to Sides. A little bit of mishandling there. Now here's Sam Smith. Has to give it back up to Davidson up top. Or I'm sorry, to Pfeiffer up top. Now Sides with it. Pfeiffer will take the shot. No good, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. Trojans lead at 12-8. We'll step away for a quick break, and we'll be back. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. For years, our customers have worked with the Farmers Bank staff located in Walnut, St. Paul, and Hepler. Now, with our new location in Girard, the community can experience the same service that has kept families coming back to Farmers Bank for generations. Stop by and visit our friendly staff at Farmers Bank at any of our locations in Walnut, St. Paul, Hepler, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Here at Farmers Insurance, we want all of our students, faculty, and staff to know that we're cheering you on. This year, we would like to spotlight a student or staff member of Girard Schools as part of our weekly Girard Sports Live broadcast. If you would like to nominate any student or staff member as part of our weekly spotlight, contact our office.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Burlington with the ball to start the second quarter. Trojans lead it by 4 after 1. Bramborn with 10 points in that first quarter. This is Kuhlman working against Nigaman. Oh my goodness. Woo! This is the same crew that didn't call a foul in the whole first half Thursday night. Got Nigaman for that one. That's 2 on Luke. Yeah, Coach Westcott, not a big fan of that call, and you can tell by the look on his face. It was an awkward looking shot. Luke got all ball with it. Whistled for the foul. Talk about bailing out an offensive player. Nigaman going back and forth with the official there. Shot by Mills on the baseline, or Sam Smith on the baseline is good. He's got 8 points. And we're down to a 1-point lead for the Trojans here. It's been close this whole first half. Pass deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with Girard. Luke Nigaman takes a seat. Coach Westcott having a word with him. Trojans get it across the timeline. O'Rand with it, gets it to the elbow to Troike. Now over on the baseline to Kester. Back up top to Quinn O'Rand. A lot of contact with O'Rand there. It's going to be tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Trojans. Not a foul there, Jess.
Nope.
Just knocked knees with him in the air. About took him out, but not a foul. Get it in, there we go. Bramborn gets it into Quinn O'Rand. Or I'm sorry, to Kester. Now Bourne will drive baseline, elevates, 15-footer short. And here comes Burlington. Open shot for Davidson. Can't get it to fall. Davenport with the rebound for the Trojans. O'Rand with it, top of the key. Troike now on the wing. O'Rand had a hard time handling the knuckleball pass from Bourne. Troike open for 3, didn't take it. Take those. Bourne will take it. No good, too strong, off the mark. Rebound comes down to Davidson. He'll dribble it up the court for Burlington. Now gets in trouble, throws it off the leg of Bourne. Off the glass and good. 12 points for Bramborn. Trojans on top by 3. Ball out of bounds off the leg of Davenport. It'll stay with Burlington as Nigaman checks back into the game for the Trojans, replacing Brecken Troike. Get in and over the top to Pfeiffer. Now Pfeiffer in the corner, drives baseline, elevates into Nigaman, who hits the floor. Misses the shot. Rebound comes down to Davenport, now to Bourne. The Trojans slow it up. Bourne with it, top of the key, being guarded by Sam Smith. Now O'Rand with it. Around to Davenport on the wing. Back up top to Bourne. Looking for a pick. Into the corner, Davenport's shot too strong. Everybody except Bram Bourne's having a real hard time shooting the ball tonight. Not a good sign for the Trojans. Sam Smith with it, being guarded by Kester into the lane. Can't get it to fall. Kicks it back out. Anderson open for three. Short with it. Rebound to Gage Davenport. And now here come the Trojans. O'Rand dribbles around Smith. Almost lost it. Now got it back. Bourne with the ball fake into the lane. Gets it up. Won't fall. Man, how many point blank shots. Trojans should be up by 10 right now. O'Rand with the steal. Gets it into Bourne. Kicks it ahead to Kester. Into the lane. Spinning. Way off the mark with the shot. Use the backboard. Doesn't get it to fall. That's probably 6 misses within 2 feet of the bucket tonight for the Trojans. The backboard, man, the backboard.
And still up 3.
Yeah, I mean, they should be up 15. That's worrisome. Here's Smith on the wing with it, being guarded by Kester. Trying to spin into the lane. He's cut off. Now over to Anderson. This is Pfeiffer trying to drive into the lane. Kicks it. They'll swing it around to Smith again. Now back to Pfeiffer on the baseline. Almost walked with it.
I think they've walked about every time.
Davenport cuts him off. Now they'll reset. Anderson with it up top. Pfeiffer being guarded by Davenport into the lane, falling away and hits. That's the danger with letting them hang around, missing your shots inside, because eventually they'll start hitting their shots. You got to get yours while you can. Bourne into the lane, kicks it out. O'Rand open for three, misses short with it. Now here's Smith for three, no good. Rebound comes down to Nigaman. Now Bourne with it down the lane, kicks it over to Gage Davenport, off the glass and good. Somebody finally makes a layup for the Trojans, and they're up by 3. Pfeiffer heat check there with the 3. Rebound no good. Combs gets it. Good position. It's a head scratcher. Lots of maroon jerseys down there, and Combs able to come away with it. Now up top to Bourne, left alone for 3. Pulls the trigger, short. They want him to shoot that. Poked away, stolen. Davenport gets it ahead to Bourne, working against Pfeiffer off the glass. Good, and the foul. $14 points for Bram Bourne. Chance to complete the 3-point play here at the line. Just the second team foul against Burlington here in the first half, if you can believe that. 2.5 minutes left to play here in the second. Correction, that's the third team foul against Burlington here in the first half. Bourne good with the free throw. Pfeiffer with it, guarded by Davenport. Burlington working lots of guys into the game. Cody Long into the game for the first time. Tipped out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by Kester. It'll stay with Burlington. Smith to inbound. Kuhlman to inbound. This is Pfeiffer with it. Now this is Smith for 3. No good. Long rebound comes out to Bram Bourne. Trojans with it here, trying to build on this 4-point lead. Aiden Damon left alone for 3, and he nails it.
That's big.
That is huge. Trojans up by 7. Minute 44 to play, second quarter. Timeout on the floor. 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here. And how desperately, Jess, did the Trojans need somebody other than Bramborn to make a shot, especially an outside shot?
Yeah, they've had a lot of good looks. It's really good. Aiden Damon spots up for that three-pointer to extend this Trojan lead.
And the quick release,
yes.
just didn't even think about it. Just immediately into his shooting motion. And that's what the Trojans need right now, somebody who can just stroke it in rhythm from the outside just to be the threat, so that they have to extend that defense a little bit, not pack everybody in the lane, as we've seen them start to do here on the last few times down the floor.
Extend that Trojan lead to 7.
Burlington, a team that can make up distance quickly. Just ask Frontenac. They did it to them in the fourth quarter. Frontenac had a 4-point lead late in that ball game, and Burlington able to evaporate that sucker in about the course of a minute. Woolman with it now. Off the foot. Burlington able to track it down as Woolman comes up with it. Now sides with it, top of the key. He'll put it on the floor, kicks it in the corner to Anderson. Working against Troike. Back up top now to Coleman. His pass out of bounds. Another turnover for Burlington. The Trojans with it here with a chance to add to this 7-point lead. Quino Rand up at the scorer's table, getting ready to check in. Coach upset that he missed the opportunity to get him in. Damon with it now, up top. On the wing to Troike, cross to Damon. Corner to Davenport. Now back up top to Bramborn. Under a minute to play. Trojans holding on to the ball here. Give it up to Gage Davenport. Now back to Bourne. Looking down low. Thought about zipping it into Troike. Now free throw line to Damon. Back out top to Bourne as we take under 30 seconds to play first half. Bourne with it. Under 20 seconds now. Calling for help from Aiden Damon. Gets it over to Gage Davenport. Corner to Troike. Into the lane. Back out top to Damon. Into the corner to Davenport. His shot short. Rebound comes down to McDowell. Well, not a good looking possession to finish the half, but Trojans still with the 7-point lead at the break. We'll step away for a quick break and we'll be back with the GN Bank halftime show. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live. Welcome back out here to Prairie View High School, Lacine, Kansas. Trojans lead it at the break by 7 over the Burlington Wildcats. We'll let you know that our halftime show is brought to you by GN Bank, where they've been providing customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Personal, business, or agricultural needs, turn to GN Bank. Learn more at gn-bank.com. Well, Jess, let's take a look at some of these leading scorers for the first half. First off, for the Burlington Wildcats, are led by Sam Smith. He has 8 points in the first half. Sage Pfeiffer and Evan Combs added a bucket. And I believe it was Max Coleman had that last 3 of the first half for Burlington to round out the scoring for them. For the Trojans, they're led in scoring by Bram Bourne. 15 points in the first half. Caden Damon with a big 3-point shot. And Tommy McDowell and Gage Davenport with a bucket each for the Trojans. We know we're having some audio difficulties with our commercial spots, trying to get that sorted out on the fly tonight while we're doing the game, so bear with us. So hopefully we'll get that corrected as we move along. But at the break, the Trojans up by 7, and man, it's all defense and transition, Jess, for the Trojans tonight. Certainly isn't shooting, that's for sure.
No, they've missed quite a few putbacks. I mean, they've battled hard under the rebound. They just haven't got their offensive putbacks to fall. They've missed a few open shots. But the Trojan defensive pressure, we started this talking about how Burlington defense ran, basically won the game against Frontenac. But our Trojan defense has limited them to 15 points in the first half. I'd like to talk to Burlington fans and want to know when the last time Burlington scored 15 points in a half. I bet it was a long time ago.
We could do some digging around on Max Preps to see if we can find it here. But yeah, it's a very low scoring total for a first half of a ball game, especially a sub-state championship game.
We're used to it. We're used to scoring 22 points at a half.
Yeah, that's right. We'll be right in our groove right here. No, but you know that if you're Coach Justin Logan, you're talking to your team about taking care of the basketball first and foremost, because when they've been able to get into their half-court offense, they haven't looked bad. I mean, the Trojans have won a few of those battles.
But they've been long possessions.
They've been able to score, and they've been long possessions.
Yep. It's not easy for them.
No. So, if you're Coach Westcott, your guys are leaning hard on their conditioning.
Yes.
Trying to keep their legs under them, and trying to do the strategic substitutions to try and keep everybody fresh down the stretch here, because really it could just come down to fitness between these two squads playing the kind of pressure defense they do down the stretch.
Yeah, I don't know if I paid close attention, but I'm not sure Bram took a breather in that first half, so we'll just see how much legs he has left in the fourth quarter if this game's still tight.
Both teams headed back out to the floor. As you see the Frontenac and Eureka girls warming up, they're going to be the nightcap tonight. And that should be a barn burner as well between those two squads. Like we said, but in the pregame, Frontenac probably top to bottom, the better team. But Eureka, when you talk about individual performers,
top 3 anyway.
They have 3 players. Their top 3 are very good. So it'll be a challenge for the Raiders for sure. But maybe a challenge for the Wildcats as well, for Eureka as well, because they may not have seen a team like Frontenac yet this year. So, I might stick around to watch a little bit of that one. As the Trojans come back out onto the floor, you hear the Girard section. Girard traveled well today to this one. Thursday night, a little bit sparse. Friday night, same way. But good portion of Girard traveled up here tonight for this one. Trojans leading it by 7 at the break, and you're right, Bram Bourne did not sit at all in that first half as he racked up his 15 points. Trojans, he's able to get a lot of those in transition.
Yep.
And that's what I'm And just stressing the importance of the defense is that it leads to high percentage shots for Bourne. He lives to be in transition. You'd much rather do that than be in the half court. And really, the game has kind of come to him in the first half.
Yeah, he likes to split the defense and go right to the rim. Good finisher around the rim normally. And a lot of times when they do pack it in there, if you can get Damon and Oran and a couple, Brecken Chorkey, we've seen is a good outside three-point shooter. Just take the shots when they come to him. And
he had a couple of really nice dishes on the inside to Nigaman and McDowell. They just couldn't get the shots to fall.
Didn't fall. It's like I said, I don't think we saw our best offense performance in that first half.
Oh, no.
And still up 7. I put my quarterback on the table, Josh. I got Girard by 10 before this is over.
Uh-oh.
I shook my magic 8 ball, and that's what
your sources say.
That's right.
Well, I'm not going to partake in your hubris.
If anybody wants to open the sports bet, the line's 10.
Or if you need anybody to blame things on.
More of that good advice.
Jess Murphy. All right. Teams take the floor for the second half. Same starting 5 for both squads.
Be Girard ball.
Trojans with it here to start the second half. And we're underway. Troike with it on the wing. Kicks it elbow to Bram Bourne. Back over to Troike from the wing. Shot on the way, won't go. Rebound out of bounds. Last touched by Burlington. Are you kidding me?
No.
Well, when you need a bad call, look for the guy on the opposite side of the floor about 40 feet away. He's good for one. That was a bad call.
Yeah.
Clearly off of the Burlington player out of bounds. But nonetheless, Wildcats with the ball.
Can't let one call dictate the game here.
Nope. There's an errant pass. Bramborn's going to come up with this one. Off the glass and good. 17 points for Bourne.
Just what you was talking about at the half, Josh.
Transition.
That's a travel.
Now that's... Oh, my goodness. I know we got a shortage of officials, but whoa. Now they're going to get a foul there as Bourne picks off the pass. He's fouled by Jamie Wagner. It's going to be the first on Wagner. I'm just going to be quiet now, Jess.
Yep.
Stop myself. See that?
Yep.
Pump the brakes, big guy. Don't want to offend the mothership. Trojans up by 9. Bourne with it on the wing.
Burlington switched over to a man defense, come out of that zone.
Well, they don't have a good on-the-ball defender to take on Bourne as he turns around with a jumper, almost got it to fall. Rebound comes down to Sam Smith, and his pass deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with Burlington. I thought Alex Kester was going to chase that one out into the parking lot. He headed for the exits with it.
He chased him down from behind and tipped that pass.
Smith to inbound, gets it in over the top to Anderson. Smith into Nigaman, can't get it to go. Rebound comes down to Kuhlman. And it'll stay with Burlington.
Good job by Brecken Chorkey to strip that ball.
Yep, that was going to be a sure layup. Over the top. And they got a travel against Hayden Sides. They give it back to the Trojans. 6:33 to play third quarter. Trojans by 9. Sides really had to turn on the jets to catch that lob over the top and couldn't bring himself to a stop. Troike top of the key to Luke Nigaman. Bourne with it down the baseline to Troike. Needs help. Gets it out to O'Rand on the wing. Down the lane to Luke Nigaman. And they're going to get a charge against Luke Nigaman. Wow. That guy was standing completely under the basket. They need to paint that little circle on the floor for these officials, I think. That was another great call. Another great call. That's 3 on, or it should be 3 on Nigaman. I guess they just have it as 2. Okay.
Got a full timeout, Burlington.
I'm just quiet right now. Trojans lead it by 9. They should be up by more than that. And they've been the victims of a couple of pretty egregious calls here so far in the third quarter. I think egregious is a polite way to say it.
I'll have to look that word up.
Yeah.
But it's good to see the Trojans come out of the half, picked up right where they shut off theirs.
Yep, easy turnovers, transition buckets for the Trojans, helping build this 9-point lead. Anderson County with the ball coming out of the timeout. They get it into Max Kuhlman, working against Nigaman, almost walked with it. Now into the corner and back up top to Smith, down the lane, off the leg of Kuhlman, and Rand comes away with it for the Trojans. Bourne dribbles out of traffic with it. Now he'll back it out and set up the half court for the Trojans. 5:37 to play, third quarter. Girard by 9 in a pretty low scoring affair. Troike baseline, had his shot blocked. And they're going to get a foul on Bourne. Anderson with it now for Burlington. He's left open for 3. Troike steps up late. Short with it. Now here come the Trojans the other way. Bourne down the lane, kicks it out to an open O'Rand for 3. Nails it. That's big for the Trojans. Quinn O'Rand's first bucket of the ball game gives the Trojans a 12-point lead. Kuhlman with it on the baseline, has to give it up. Cross court to Anderson. Wagner with it, now up top to Smith, working against Kester. He'll put it on the floor, down the lane, and he'll get it to go. He's got a good little move there in the lane, that kind of Euro hesitation step he uses. Saw it a lot against Frontenac Thursday night, and he cuts the lead to 10. 10 points now for Smith. Troike left alone for 3. Take the shot. Kester, top of the key. Kester goes baseline. No good. Rebounded by Troike, and he stepped on the end line. We're not going to call him for traveling. Hopped a little bit. Under 4 minutes to play, third quarter. Trojans leading it by 10. Pfeiffer with it. Three-pointer on the way, air ball. And it'll be Trojan basketball. Kester will sit. Aiden Damon checks into the game for the Trojans. So it's Damon, O'Rand, Bourne, Davenport, and McDowell on the floor right now for Girard. McDowell with the inbound pass back to Damon. Now Bourne will handle it up the floor. Bourne calling for the screen. Misses the 15-footer. Damon trying to save it in to McDowell. It'll be out of bounds to Girard.
Yeah. I thought he was
getting
the other way.
How many are we going to do tonight? Obvious misses. Damon with the inbound pass. He'll take the three. Short with it. Rebound comes down to Smith. This is a guy you want to stop his dribble. Don't let him get into the lane with it. And then they cut him off. Anderson top of the key now. This is Pfeiffer. Davidson, now Pfeiffer with it, working against Damon. Into the lane, elevates, shot is good. 4 points for Pfeiffer. Cuts the lead to 8. Dowell with it on the wing. His pass deflected. And here comes Anderson County the other way. Smith with it, gets it back to Anderson, now over to Pfeiffer, walked with it. And a block by McDowell. Coach Logan wanted the foul, doesn't get the call. Kicked over, Damon open for three again. Pulls the trigger, won't go. McDowell with the rebound, can't get it. Down Davenport with it. Gives it up to Bourne as we're under 2:20 to play. First half. Down to McDowell, who can't handle the pass. And Anderson County coming back the other way. Open for three is Davidson. Can't get it to go. Tracks down Pfeiffer, tracks down the rebound. Now Sam Smith with it. Smith with the jumper. Trojans got to get some points here on one of these possessions. It's been a bit of a drought as Burlington grinding their way back into this one, now just trailing by 6. This is what they did against Frontenac. You think they're out of it, they're not. And they're not going to stop. McDowell with it on the baseline. And they're going to call it on the floor. Can't get a break, man. Is this crew from Coffee County? Jeez, do they work at the power plant or something? Trojans inbound from their own baseline. Now Troike in the lane. Hits the 10-footer. Trojans needed that. First bucket for Brecken Troike. Push the lead back to 8.
Get down Bram.
I don't know. I don't know how you see that foul from back here. When there's an official standing right in front of it there who didn't make the call.
They called it on Bram.
Yep. That'll be 3 on Bourne. He'll take a seat. This is a dangerous time right here for the Trojans, leading by 6. Bourne's going to take a seat. Now who's going to shoot the ball for the Trojans? Where's the offense going to come from? And that's always the question this year for this squad every time Bourne sits down. Yeah, Smith hits the free throw. 13 points for Smith.
And Burlington's going to put the press on with Bourne back on the bench.
Get it into Nigaman, ahead to Kester. Troike top of the key. Now Troike in the lane. Up and under, gets it to go.
Good job, Brecken.
4 points here in the third quarter for Brecken Troike. Trojans back on top by 7. Aaron pass out of bounds, turns it back over to Girard. Less than a minute to play here in the third. They could hold for last shot right here. It's Burlington obviously kind of trying to go 2 for 1 on that possession. Kester gets it ahead to O'Rand. Pull it back out. Trojans will grind on the clock here a little bit. Nigaman with it on the wing now. Cross court to Kester, back up top to Oran. Under 30 seconds now. Troike thought about a three, now kicks it back out to Oran. Under 20 seconds.
Burlington student section's right beside us.
Yeah, they're bringing it tonight. They've traveled well to this thing every night. Kester over to Orand, over the top to Davenport, falling down, had time to come down with it and take a shot, rushed it, and that'll do it. Trojans lead it by 7 after 3. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back. You're watching Trojan Basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon and pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. While you're there, be sure to ask about Secure Lock, mobile banking, Guardian Secure Checking, and People Pay. Learn more at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools.
Member FDIC.
Go Trojans!
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Burlington with the ball to start the fourth quarter. From here at Prairie View High School, Lacine, Kansas. It's the Class 3A Boys Sub-State Championship game.
And what a game it is.
It's going to be wild down the stretch. Smith working against Kester. Baseline with it. Trojan basketball off of Smith. Or I'm sorry, off of Smith. Keep getting him and Kuhlman transposed in my mind. It's difficult for me. I don't know why. Bourne back into the game here to start the fourth quarter, as we imagined he would be. Trojans can afford to be a little bit deliberate with their offense here. Nigaman with it on the wing into the lane to Troike. Off the glass and good. 6 points in the second half for Brecken Troike. Trojans on top by 9. Anderson with it on the baseline. Now back out top to Sides. Gives it back up to Anderson. He'll pull the trigger on a three. No good off the back iron. Troike with the rebound for the Trojans. Gives it up to Kester. Can't get it to go off the glass. And Burlington's going to come up with the rebound. Trojans trying to get their defense reset. Almost a steal for Kester. Into the corner. Sides with it. His pass tipped away to Anderson. Now back around to Sides. Down the lane. Working against Orand. His shot no good. Out of bounds. It'll stay with Burlington. Wagner will take a seat. Pfeiffer into the game for Burlington. Also, Trenton Davidson into the game, replacing Sides. A little more height into the game now for Burlington and size. Get it into Anderson, who's fouled by Orand. Not a good foul there by Quinn. Lost his man and then fouled him.
I'm not sure Burlington's missed a free throw yet.
Well, that's just their second free throw of the night.
It is?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's their third free throw of the night. But no, they haven't missed.
Good.
Oh. And he hits them both. First points of the ball game for Anderson, and that's a very different performance than he had against Frontenac Thursday night. Trojans hanging on to a 7-point lead. Bourne down the lane, kicks into the corner to Kester. Tries to get it down low to Nigaman. His pass picked off, trying to do a little too much. Alex Kester throwing it in, a little too much traffic there. Smith down the lane, can't get it to go. Rebound comes down to Kester, and they're going to get a foul against Max Kuhlman. And I think that's just his first. Under 6 minutes to play in the ball game. Trojans on top by 7. Troike gets it across the timeline to Bourne. Into the corner to Gage Davenport. And his pass tipped, but Bourne able to come up with it. He'll go to the bucket, and it's good. 19 points for Bram Bourne. Trojans on top by 11. They get it over the top to Kuhlman. He's forced to kick it back out. Here's one on the way from Pfeiffer. Won't go. Rebound comes down to Troike, and they're going to get Max Kuhlman with the foul on the rebound. And he got the foul, but I think he also took an elbow to the chops from Brecken Troike. The official saw the first one. Troike gets it across the timeline. They're trying to bring the little half-court trap. Gets it away to Davenport. Now Bourne with it on the wing. Kicks it back over to Troike. Open for three. No good off the back iron. Rebound comes down to Kester. Now into the corner to Davenport. And the Trojans will reset the half court. Over to Troike on the wing. Back up top to Oran. Free throw line to Bourne. He puts it on the floor. He'll now elevate. Shot short off the mark. Rebound comes down to Anderson for Burlington. Under 5 minutes. Smith with it. Fouled by Bourne. That's going to be 4 on him as he looks at Kester. A little bit of frustration between the two of them. First shot is good for Smith. He's 3 for 3 from the stripe tonight. You're right, Burlington has not missed a free throw. Coming down the stretch. It's the second. 7-point lead again for the Trojans. So they try to break the full court pressure. There's a foul there on Kuhlman. He's picked up 3 quick ones here in the third quarter, or in the fourth quarter. Had none coming in. But it's kind of desperation time at this point. Burlington's trying to create turnovers.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to get in a free throw shooting contest with them, though.
Certainly not. Nigaman with it over to Davenport. Now they'll swing it back around. Orand with it. Gives it up to Troike. Over to Nigaman. Thought about a 3. Now get it back to Troike. Free throw line. Down the lane. Can't get it to go. Falls out of bounds into the Girard cheerleading squad. Here comes Smith back the other way for Burlington. And he gets the bucket. Man, once he gets into the lane, he's real hard to stop. Timeout on the floor, full timeout. Trojans will take it as well. 4:06 to play in the ball game. Trojans up by 5. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Chicken Annie's Girard is a proud supporter of Trojan Athletics.
Chicken Annie's of Girard serves up the area's best fried chicken and a whole lot more. Check out their weekly specials like chicken and noodles on Wednesdays, Thursday nights kids nights, and Friday boneless wings. Oh, and don't forget about those delicious homemade pies. Stop in or enjoy their mouth-watering favorites at home with carry-out and catering available. Chicken Annie's Girard, continuing a Southeast Kansas tradition. Learn more at chickenanniesgirard.com or call 620-724-4090.
Welcome back to Prairie View High School. Trojans hanging on to a 5-point lead here in the final period of this Kansas Class 3A Sub-State Championship matchup between the Trojans and the Wildcats from Burlington High School. Been a back-and-forth affair. Trojans have led by as many as 12. And Burlington not going away as they've whittled the lead back down to 5 here. Bram Bourne not on the floor right now for the Trojans.
4 fouls.
Playing with 4 fouls, or sitting with 4 fouls. Troike with it under the bucket. A lot of contact, no call. It's a lot of white jerseys down there for Brecken. Pfeiffer with it, thought about a 3. Now he'll hand it back to Smith. And now we're under a 2-possession game here for the Trojans, so Burlington not quite as desperate offensively as Pfeiffer blocked by Nigaman, but he can't control the ball. It comes down to Kuhlman. Now back outside. They'll kick it out. Anderson open for a 3. He'll take a high arcing shot. No good. Nigaman comes away with the loose ball. Gets it around to Davenport. Now back up top to Troike. Rand open for 3. He'll pull the trigger. Won't go. Rebound. And they're going to whistle Nigaman with a foul here as he kind of swiped at the ball on the rebound.
.305 to play.
Yep.
Eternity in basketball.
No doubt. Bram Bourne at the scorer's table getting ready to check back in for the Trojans. So we tick under 3 minutes to play here. Anderson gets it around. This is Pfeiffer into the lane. His pass tipped and tracked down by Davidson. Smith with it, working against Kester. Kicks it over to Anderson, open for 3. Rand contests. The long rebound. And a timeout, Burlington, to preserve the possession. Trojans still up by 5. 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here.
Woo! Yes, I thank you, because that's what was going to be my expert analysis is, what a ball game.
Yeah. Back and forth affair. And you got to think for Burlington, a lot of this is going to ride on Sam Smith and his ability to get to the basket.
And he can do that.
He can do that. And you've seen when he gets into the lane with the ball, very hard to stop. You got to cut him off before he gets within 5 feet, 10 feet of the bucket.
And Bram Bourne with 4 fouls.
Playing with fire.
Yep.
2.5 minutes here, and Bram's going to have to be careful. May have to let some stuff go by him in order to preserve that final foul.
Westcott's got something to talk with the official about.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think they might have told Westcott it was a full timeout. I don't know. I'm just speculating.
Well, there were smiles, so I guess it's okay.
It's still going to be Burlington ball anyway. 2:28 to play.
Anderson to inbound from in front of the Burlington bench. See if they got drawn up here for the inbounds. Try to go over the top, and they do. And Kuhlman able to get it off the glass over Davenport. Just 5 points in the game for Kuhlman. But now the lead just 3 for the Trojans is Bourne not in the game yet. And now Coach Westcott will take a 30-second timeout. You kind of feel it swinging here, Jess.
Yeah. Momentum's big. But you just hope that there's not enough in the tank for Burlington to finish. I've seen it forever that teams that's down 10 or 12, they make a little run and come back, and that's all they can do is come back, and then they're down another 8 or...
Well, Trojans haven't been forcing many turnovers here lately on the defensive end. We'll see if they ratchet up the pressure here over the last couple minutes. Try and create some turnovers. That's what really helped them out the first time through.
There we got Bram checked back in the game at that timeout.
Troika will inbound from in front of the Girard student section.
Now, if I was Burlington, I'd force Bram with something.
Kester to the wing, over to Oran, now Bourne with it. Being guarded by Davidson, into the corner to Troike. Over to the elbow to Kester, back out top to Bourne. Into the corner to Kester. Over to Orand, in the corner to Troike. Ball poked away, Nigaman comes away with it, throws a wild pass, picked off. Now here comes Davidson back the other way, walked with it. Okay, there we go. Walked with it. Yeah. Burlington fans are upset. I'm not sure what about. That was pretty obvious. Into the corner to Nigaman now. Bourne with it. Trojans have struggled against this extended zone. Bourne drives in, kicks it back out to Nigaman. Now back to Bourne as we're down to a minute 15. Nice pass from Troike to Kester for the bucket. First bucket for Alex Kester. Couldn't come at a better time for the Trojans. Lead back to 5. Smith thought about a 3, now kicks it over. And Burlington will take a timeout, a full timeout. We'll take it as well. Trojans by 5, minute 03 to play. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judge Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you, so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, and Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
Welcome back to Prairie View High School. Trojans holding on to a 5-point lead over the Burlington Wildcats as time's ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Minute 03 to play. Burlington with the ball. See what the Wildcats here coming out of the timeout. Smith with it, working against Kester. Kicks it back outside for Anderson. Now back to Smith. Pfeiffer with it, guarded by Bourne. Three-pointer on the way, no good. No over the back foul on Davidson. Pfeiffer with another three-point shot, won't go. Rebound comes down to Bourne for the Trojans. He's off and running. Picked up by Pfeiffer, coming back the other way, off the glass and good. 21 points for Bram Bourne. Kuhlman's shot, wild, won't go. What in the heck is he calling?
Goaltending.
Did he say Nigaman pulled on the net or something? Because there's no way he got above the rim there.
Yeah, said he did.
You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. I mean, I thought I'd seen it all, Jess. That's something right there, bud. Trojans get it ahead to Bourne, off and running. Off the glass and good. Trojans back up by 7. Kuhlman with it.
Don't foul.
Trying to get it stripped away was Orand. Shot on the way, off the mark.
That's the ball game.
Tracks down the rebound. And the Girard Trojans are your Lacine Sub-State champions, and they're headed to Hutch. 41-34 over the Burlington Wildcats. Trojans are headed to state. Well, Jess, they did it.
Yep.
Brought the pressure the entire game, turned Burlington over multiple times, and a couple right when it counted there coming down the stretch in the fourth quarter. And how many times have we seen that this season?
Yeah, what a great defensive effort for the Girard Trojans. And yeah, I'm speechless, Josh. I'll let you take it from here.
23 points on the night for Bram Bourne to lead the Trojans. And what a performance by this squad and by Coach Westcott. You take your hat off to Burlington, though, man. What a great game they played Thursday night to get here.
Good team.
Defeating Frontenac. They are a good team. There's lots of seniors that their season ends here tonight, or their high school career ends here tonight for Burlington. But for the Trojans, they're headed to Hutch for the state championship next week. I'd like to say we'll have that one for you here on Girard Sports Live.
They won't allow us.
But KSHA has a contract with NFHS. So, folks, when you're watching that broadcast, take a look at it, and you tell me if the quality matches your local live stream provider. I can tell you right now it won't. As you see the Sub-State Trophy presented to Bram Bourne and the Girard Trojans. A special moment for this squad. We'll step away for a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance post-game show. Trojans win it. They're headed to state. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
For years, James Brumbach and Brumbach Service Center have been keeping area residents on the road with high quality and fast service. Let's face it, none of us have time for a breakdown, so be sure to stop by Brumbach's for preventative maintenance, oil changes, and tire repairs. Brumbach's is also your place for new tires with a variety of quality brands to choose from. Brumbach Service Center, 312 East St. John in Girard. Call 620-724-6770. Good luck, Trojans, from Brumbach Service Center.
The farmer's friend in the field is Crop Care. With their industry-leading crop scouting, Crop Care can catch diseases, bugs, and other yield-robbing issues before they affect your bottom line. Crop Care also offers grid soil sampling and plant sampling with lab-tested results, giving you an unmatched advantage. With coverage across the entire region, Crop Care has insight that can help you avoid problems before they start. Give Kurt or Josh Harris a call at 620-687-4795. Crop Care, the name says it all.
Here at Farmers Insurance, we want all of our students, faculty, and staff to know that we're cheering you on. This year, we would like to spotlight a student or staff member of Girard Schools as part of our weekly Girard Sports Live broadcast. If you would like to nominate any student or staff member as part of our weekly spotlight, contact our office.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Do you have a construction project that just needs that custom touch? Are you looking for a contractor who can get it all done? Roof to floors and everywhere in between? Then call Dustin Sneed at DS Construction. With more than 20 years of industry experience, DS Construction specializes in new construction, roofing, renovations, and more. There's no job too big or small. For a free estimate, call DS Construction at 620-724-0209. That's 620-724-0209.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judge Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you, so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, and Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
Girard National Bank is now GN Bank. Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Well, we're back here at Prairie View High School, Lacine-ish, Kansas. How sweet it is.
Yeah.
Trojans win the Class 3A sub-state here in Lacine, and that means that the CNC will have 2 teams in the Class 3A state championship tournament, as Galena and Columbus playing for that title over there in Fredonia tonight. In the other sub-state, Galena's up big, Mike Snow says. So Galena and Girard likely to represent the CNC at the state tournament in Hutch. We wish we could bring it to you, but we're contractually prohibited from covering the state tournament. Take that up with your state legislator, as there's an exclusive contract with NHFS to live stream all of the state championship tournaments. And it is what it is. We'd like to have that one for you here on Girard Sports Live, but we won't. But our hearts will be with these Trojans in Hutch. Let's take a look at some of these stats here, but first let's let you know that our post-game show is brought to you by Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance. Leah has over 10 years of industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri. Let Leah and her staff find the right coverage for your personal or business needs. To learn more, call 620-670-4590. Proudly serving our community and cheering on the Trojans. Well, first off for the Burlington Wildcats, they were led in scoring by Sam Smith. Finished the game with 17 points, 9 of those in the second half. Next up, Max Coleman finished with 5. Sage Pfeiffer had 4. And Ty Anderson and Evan Combs added a bucket each to round out the scoring for Burlington. For the Girard Trojans, they're led in scoring by Bram Bourne, 23 points, 15 of those in the first half. Next up, Brecken Troike finished with 6, all of those coming in the second half.
And big points.
Big points. And then Quinn Rand and Aiden Damon each added a 3-pointer. And Tommy McDowell, Gage Davenport, and Alex Kester added a bucket each to round out the scoring for the Trojans as they take the 41-34 win. And they head to Hutch next week for the state championship tournament. They're on the campus of Hutchinson Community College. It's a great little arena. If you've never been there, it's a wonderful venue for high school basketball. That's Coach Westcott going to join us up here. And Coach, we're live right now, so
it's good. I don't have to listen to BJ's
commercials.
That's right.
This
is amazing.
That's right. Good timing. Hey, Coach, well, first off, congratulations on the win. A great defensive effort by your squad tonight, as that defense really played a huge role in you guys' lead at the half and really got the offense going for you guys.
It did. We've been leaning on it all year, and tonight was no different. Guys defended well. Give you a heart attack some of the shots we missed tonight, because we had some really good looks that we got to knock down, but really proud of our guys right now. Happy for them. It's something they've been working for since they were young, and we get a chance to go to Hutch now. So, I guess we don't have a chance. We're going to Hutch now.
That's right.
we'll go back and enjoy this one tonight and figure out what's going on after that.
All right, Coach. Well, good senior leadership tonight from Bram Bourne, 23 points, 15 of those in the first half, and he really kind of kept you guys rolling in the first half when some of those other shots weren't falling, and he's kind of gotten it rolling for you all year.
He's been big all year. He has, and everybody knows that. They ran a triangle 2 on us there in the second half and really give us some fits, but I thought our guys adjusted pretty well. We got Brecken going a little bit there, but they tried to shut some shooters down, and they did a good job extending that out. I don't know if they'd worked on it a lot or not, but it gave us some fits. But I thought our guys adjusted pretty well. Defensively, I can't say enough. Al did a heck of a job on 15 tonight. The kid's a nice player, really is, and Al really gave him more than he wanted. So real pleased with our guys, just happy for them right now.
And Galena up big right now on Columbus, so 2 CNC teams representing this part of the state at the state tournament. Talk a little bit about how strong this league is.
Well, I was glad to see them split us up this year a little bit anyway. They sent 2 of us north, but, and it's bad because that happens every year. I mean, tonight, or right now, I think we got number 1 and 2 playing in the state going in. They're playing the same sub-state. So that's a tough deal. It's a tough draw. We've been there before ourselves. So, but, you got to play with who's on the schedule. And, I'm just proud of our guys right now. So now, do you guys get to make the trip to state?
We do not. We are contractually prohibited from covering state tournaments. So
I'm going to have a lot of people upset if you're not out there. So we need to talk to BJ, see if we can pull some strings.
They can watch it on NFHS, but it won't be as good.
It's not quite the same.
It's a huddle camera.
Not quite the same. Yeah. But I appreciate you guys all year. Our sponsors, I know we can't make this happen without them, but you guys have been fun to work with, and I hope you don't listen to Burf too much on the air, but he is a better fisherman than he is an announcer. Not by much. I am going to say not by much, but he is a little bit better fisherman.
Yeah, I just try not to read BJ's text to me during the game. That's how I keep all my stuff straight. All right, Coach. Well, we want to thank you for coming and talking to us. Win, lose, or draw this season. It's been great working with you. And what can your parents, supporters expect? What's your schedule like for next week? When do you guys head out?
Pretty sure the guys play Wednesday. We obviously won't know times or anything like that. Hopefully we can get it all figured out by tomorrow. But guys are Wednesday, girls are Thursday. And then if we take care of business Wednesday, we'll play Friday, Saturday, no matter what. But you got to win that first one. So have to go back to work here tomorrow, which is it's a great thing. It's a great thing. So they're going to get their money out of me this weekend, but that's all right. I enjoy it, and it's a blast. I know the kids are having fun right now. And, hey, ball's rolling in the right way for us right now, so who knows.
All right, Coach. Well, thanks for joining us. Congratulations on the win. Go enjoy this with your team, and we'll see you down the road in Hutch one way or another.
Sounds good. Thanks a lot, guys.
All right, that's head coach Rod Westcott of the Girard Trojans. That post-game coach interview brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust. Serving the area for 30 years. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan instant issue mascot debit card. Community National Bank and Trust, a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. We'll step away for our final break of the post-game show. Come back, put a bow on this one here from Prairie View High School in Lacine. Trojans win it 41-34. They're headed to state in Hutch next week. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. For years, our customers have worked with the Farmers Bank staff located in Walnut, St. Paul, and Hepler. Now, with our new location in Girard, the community can experience the same service that has kept families coming back to Farmers Bank for generations. Stop by and visit our friendly staff at Farmers Bank at any of our locations in Walnut, St. Paul, Hepler, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Girard Medical Center is one of the area's best places to work. Are you a nurse? Does caring for patients on a more personal level sound appealing to you? Then you'll love our lower nurse-to-patient ratio. We also have positions open in other departments. Benefits include state employee health plan, 457 retirement plan with match, life insurance, paid time off, plus employee and family discounts on services. Best of all, your coworkers are like family. For more information, contact Greg Sullivan, Director of HR, or apply online at girardmedicalcenter.com.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Welcome back out here a final time to Prairie View High School, Lacine, Kansas. Jess and I are just sitting back, soaking up the glow.
Smiling.
Trojans Sub-State Championship. They're headed to Hutch next week after a 41-34 win over the Burlington Wildcats. And, man, the way things just shook out for the Trojans, the way they were seeded in this tournament worked out just right for them. And it seems like some of those late season struggles in February that they had kind of ended up playing into their favor,
Right.
Jess.
Helped them down really did help them down the stretch. And I'm going to say it one more time. I talked to Coach Westcott just a minute when he put the headset down. We talked about how good Burlington's pressure defense was. Westcott and the Trojans, they didn't have to go to their half-court trap. They didn't have to go to a full-court press. They was turning Burlington over all game, scoring balls in transition. And
out of the half-court.
Right. The Trojans didn't even have to step their defense. They had twice that much defensive pressure they could have put on them and didn't have to use it. So I'm just, you want my magic 8-ball prediction for the state tournament, Josh?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Get your quarter out.
Yep. I got a quarter on the Trojans, bringing it all home.
Well, they're going to have a tough row to hoe up there at the state tournament. It is every year when you go to state. There's not a bad team that's going to make it to state.
The best 8.
Yeah, that's right. And, well, not always. Sometimes the best 3 of the best 8 are in the same sub-state.
Right.
But, Galena's going to be there. They're defending state runner-up. They've defeated the Trojans twice this year. But as we know, it's hard to defeat a team 3 times in 1 year. And the Trojans showed significant improvement from the first to the second game. So if they keep that rolling, anything can happen out there in Hutch and neutral site, different rims,
fun,
thin air up there at altitude in Hutch. You never know what it could be.
Salt.
It could play into the salt, the salinity of the air out there in Hutch could play into the Trojans' favor. It's a heavy, salty air out there. Yeah.
Like ocean front.
Hey, we want to thank Brett Clevenger's grandfather. He came up to us after the game, and they live out in northeast Missouri, but he said he watches all the Trojan games on Girard Sports Live. And Jesse said he finds us delightfully biased. Well, there's no better. I want to get that on a T-shirt.
That's right.
Delightfully biased. That's about right. We hope you've enjoyed listening this year, watching Girard Sports Live, our basketball coverage. We certainly want to thank all of our sponsors, everyone who made this possible. Thanks to BJ and Leslie Harris for putting all this together and giving us the chance to be out here and broadcast these games for you. And thanks to the Girard coaches, athletes, staff, everybody who makes this thing possible, makes our lives easier. We couldn't do it without you guys, and we certainly appreciate everything you do for us year in and year out. But, man, I can finally exhale and maybe go hit the barbecue in the hospitality room. Let's put a bow on this thing for Jess Murphy, who's just about as happy as I think I've ever seen him. I'm Josh Ladner saying thanks for joining us here from Prairie View High School. Trojans win at 41-34. They're headed to state. You've been watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
You've been watching Trojan Athletics on Girard Sports Live. Girard Sports Live is presented by Crocan, your community technology partner. Learn more at ckt.net. Also by Ag Choice of Epler, American Family Insurance.